Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Ed. How you doing, my friend?
Doing wonderful. Stand by. We get ready to go on.
Okay.
It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear is in the background is Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in the studio of WGPL 1350, WMVA 88.9, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and you can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com or 1400 AM or 1350 AM, and you can hear us all over the world, even on your cell phone. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WMVA 88.9 FM, and WPCE 1400 AM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
You can like it, you can share it, you can subscribe. But make sure you do something. Go to Crystal Records, CRISTO Records 1 at YouTube, and make sure you check out our live shows. Make sure you subscribe, share, and we'll shout you out. We promise.
Shout out, shout out.
Oh, Miss E, how was your weekend?
Well, I had a great weekend, Miss Hinton. I went down to the Anthony Brown and Therapy show.
Oh, that was a fabulous show.
Yeah.
Beautiful show. And I went on my birthday. With
Happy
my son,
birthday to you. Yeah.
Oh, it was wonderful. I just want to shout out everybody that wished me well for my birthday, all the happy birthday gifts, all that good stuff. Thank you so, so much. But it was a great weekend, Mr. E. A lot happened this weekend. We get ready to talk about it in a minute because this is Monday's Sports Talk. Oh, wow. And we have a fabulous guest, one of our friends.
I wonder, do I really want to talk with him?
Oh, you better talk to him. Mr. Johnny Walton, former quarterback. One of the first, he's the first African-American.
First, that's right.
Quarterback. He's with us today. I'm going to call him Dr. Johnny Walton today. I just felt like doing that. And I just want to say good morning to you.
And not only that, before he say good morning, Ms. Hinton, he's also was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
So now we can say good morning, Mr. Johnny Walton.
Good morning, gang. How you both?
You know you're doing good.
And happy birthday, Mr.
Oh, thank you so much.
It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It is. We're going to have some good weather this week here in the
It
Hampton
is.
Roads. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. So look, Mr. E is sitting up here. He's mighty happy today. Why do you think he's so happy today? I'm wondering if he should be that happy after yesterday's upset.
Well, it was not an upset, but I think he's happy because of the team that they put on the field. it was really representative of a good football team. They
Ooh.
played good ball, but they just came up short. You know, it's one thing when you put a team on the field and they don't look like a good team. But on yesterday, they looked pretty good.
They did pretty
I
good.
enjoyed the game. They did a very good game. Very good job.
You know, me said to Mr. Walton said you put a team, but they fell short. You know, if you playing 13 people on the field, you gonna come up short.
Why you say
But
13?
If you're playing 13, you should come up on the top.
Well, that's what
It's
y'all
illegal.
did.
That's illegal. You don't go there with 11 on the field.
But you had 12 and 13 on the field. What was that one that said, why y'all change your uniforms in the middle of the race?
Now,
Oh.
what are you talking about?
You said what I'm talking about?
Right.
You know when you're down at the goal line and your knee hit the touchdown and they caught the pass, they call it back.
You got to know the rules.
You quiet the church by
As soon as your knee or your elbow,
the right knee
that's where
hit
the ball
first.
is spotted, right
The right knee hit first.
Well, whenever it hit, that's where the ball is spotted. I'm glad they do reviews, because if not, you know, you leave it to the judgment of a human being. But when you show it on film, you know, it's nothing you
It
can
is
say.
what it is.
I
But
got-
we want to congratulate the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's right.
You
That's
all
right.
are having a wonderful season. What is going on? You all are playing football for real.
They playing real football.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You know, they want to get back to where we were last year and get back into the Super Bowl. That's the most
yes.
important game. Yes.
They seem like they're headed that way.
Well, you know, we played the number 2 team in our conference, and we beat them on yesterday. It was a good game. It was going either way.
That's right. It was one.
going either way.
It was a good game. Yes.
But now we have like a 2-game head start on them, so it's gonna be pretty hard for them to catch up. And you know, if we play our cards right, we end back up in the Super Bowl.
Well, we say it's pretty hard. You know, the way things are happening. Someone can, you know, Washington Commanders gave y'all a hard time. So I think the Cowboys came and wore you down, and your next team that you play, they probably drop you down the next 2 games.
We have a bad week though.
You got a bye week, but your next game that you playing this week is a bye week for you.
Yeah. That's right.
But when you come back the next time, you're gonna ball burner, a bond burner.
Right.
Wow.
I know that's right.
And that's what we'll be preparing for. And it'll be a little different than it was last time. It'll be a good game.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Mr. E, what do you think about the Cowboys? They did play a good game. It was a good game. It was a close game.
That's
and it was you know, it could have went either way.
It could have went either way. If we're talking to Johnny Walton, who's the first African American quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. Yesterday, we began to see Dak operate. We see Jalen Hurts operate. Now, when Dak got down there in the red zone, do you think, Johnny, how does a quarterback thinks when you're down there and got 2 sacks in the red? What's going on through that man's mind at that time?
Well, you know, it's critical. You know, anytime you get in the red zone, you need to put some points on the board.
That's right.
And that's what the Eagles did much better than what the Cowboys did.
That's right.
The red zone participation, you all did not fare as well as we did. And it hurt, you know.
That's right.
And it came down to this inches, you know, a toe, you know, his toe get out of bounds on 4th down and stops the drive. You don't get a chance to put points on the board.
That's right.
At the tight end, when the knee hits the ground, that stops the touchdown. So it was just so close, you know. But that's why sports, I don't care what sport it is, it's always dealing with numbers, you know.
Yes.
You can be 4th and 1, 3rd and 6, but if you don't make the numbers, you lose, you know. Usually the team with the highest numbers win, unless you're playing something like golf. But, you know, it was a very good game.
That's right.
Yes.
It came down to inches. And I think a problem the Cowboys had, and if they clear that it'll be a better game next time. They didn't seem like they had a sense of urgency.
Right.
You know, the whole game, they never picked up the tempo.
That's
Wow.
right. And
Sometimes it's about tempo, you know.
that's right. And at the last ending of the game, there was no tempo. They looked like they was not in a hurry. They had 49 seconds left on the clock, and there was no speed, no 2-minute drill. Now, Mr. Walton, if you was if you was quarterback at that time, what would you have done?
Well, you know, the plays are being called, and that's something you got to practice during during your weekly, daily routines. You got to have a speed up offense.
Mm-hmm.
You got to practice it. If you don't practice it, there's no way you can make it. You know, during the game. Do you think that Dak did a little check off? That you think he checked all 5 of those that was out there? Well, type of privilege they give them to do those things. Some professional teams, you know, it's by the book. You know, if they call it, that's what they want you to run.
Yes.
But then some teams give you the liberty to whenever you get up there and you see something different. And you still got to practice it during the week now.
Mm-hmm.
But they give you the liberty to check off to another place.
Yeah.
I don't know how much liberty they have given back to do that.
What do you think Philadelphia?
The quarterback,
Go ahead.
But the quarterback that can do that, they are students of the game, and it makes them feel like they have more control of the game. You allow them to do that.
Yes. What is Philadelphia doing so well? How come the season is so good for them?
Well, it seems like they take care of the small things. You know, if you fumble, they fumbled 3 times and they recovered all 3 of the fumbles.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you lose 1 or 2 of those fumbles, that changes everything because possessions are what win football games. You know, the small things. When they hook up that love train, when it's short yardage, that's a beautiful thing. You know, it is telling you psychologically that we're better than you are. We're gonna make this yard. We're gonna make this 2 yards, and they almost failed it that many times.
That's right.
Not work for once. So you know that's a great stat there. And every time they get in, I call it the love train because you know the OJ had a song called the Love Train.
Yeah.
Since they being in the city of Philadelphia.
Yes.
The city of brotherly love, when they hook up that love train.
Do you think
they're showing it?
Do you think that Jalen Hurts hurt? Do you think there's a lot of pressure on him?
Well,
as an African American.
Well, it is. But he seems to be a kind of cool character. He doesn't let many things get next to him. Even last year, during the Super Bowl, one time the head coach was talking trash to the opposing team, you know, and then Hurts calmed him down.
Yeah.
But the coach calmed you down. That tells you, I mean, when you took on the coach down, that tells you got a little head and you're not trying to overdo things, you know. He's very calm under pressure and he's handling it well, you know, to be a starter that's headed back to the Super Bowl. He's doing a great job.
And they're all healthy too. Every member on that squad, offense and defense, are all going back. I mean, they're just as healthy as all our dogs.
Okay.
Roderick was playing crazy though.
Who was that?
Roderick, defensive tight end. I mean, defensive end. Roderick.
Oh yeah, he was out of control.
Yeah, he was out of control for the Philadelphia Eagles, number 7. Playing that wide out. And that's one of the reasons why he got hurt yesterday, because he was out of control. But he did a wonderful job, though.
Oh yeah, I commend them for that big win.
Yeah,
and they got a week's rest.
Yeah,
you know, it's very important. It's very important for the next opposing team that they play. I think it might be Kansas City.
That's right.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's another barn burner.
Oh, that's a good one there. I'm sure that Kansas City is not going to show everything because last Super Bowl, they had something I call it a carousel offense.
Yeah.
Where everybody's running around in circles, and all of a sudden they snapping the ball.
You saw that, didn't you?
That put a lot of pressure on the defense.
That's right.
Because if they don't practice, this certain guy is my man. They don't know who's going to line up where. So they have to practice those defensive schemes. And if Kansas City don't show it until they need it again, it's going to be very interesting because I'm sure they got some more plays behind the scenes with that carousel.
That carousel.
Carousel offense. And if Philadelphia can defend that, we have a great chance of winning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or we take care of the small things.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Before we talk about week 8, let's talk about your book, because I don't want to talk about it at the end of the segment and we can't get, let's talk about the name of your book and why you wrote this particular book.
Well, the name is underrated. I felt like my career in sports, in football, and as a player and as a coach, I put a lot into it.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that people rated it as high as it could have been rated. It's like they talk about the different black guys that played for the Eagles.
Yes.
Hey, it's only one. It can't be the one. But at barbershop conversations, it was everybody else but me.
That's right. That's right.
But if you Google that question there, and they got it right.
That's right.
Yes.
Johnnie Walton.
That's
the first one that played in Philadelphia.
When I looked at that and they put a statue out front of that Randall Cunningham.
Yes.
I was displeased with brotherly love because as you being the first African American quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, the only statue, the first statue should have been out there was yours. And and then you didn't get the props. Nobody gave you the pat on the back and lift your name up, and it was just like you were thrown in the back of a draw. And, nobody even recognized you until the Hall of Fame time.
Yes, tell us about the Hall of Fame. Oh, my goodness. Yes.
Well, I never have pushed myself like that. God has a way of doing things.
Yeah.
Yes.
And his time is a lot different than ours, We feel like it should be instant gratification, but he said, well, hey, it's my time to think of Johnnie Walton. Let me do some things.
Yes.
And everything that happens in my life, I feel like it's him,
Yes.
Like in Genesis 8:1, it says, and then God remembered Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Noah put all that work in, all those years, and he's on that boat 40 days and 40 nights, not knowing when things were going to happen. But all of a sudden, God remembered it.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I feel like my life is similar to that. I was recognized as a Black Hall of Famer about 50 years later.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good little time.
Yes. But what did it feel like? How did you feel about that? I mean, great honor.
I felt tremendous because when you think of memories, you like to think of positive things. I've not been a perfect person in the world, but when the positive things come back to you to remember, it makes you feel very good. Or you did the right thing.
Absolutely.
You put the hard work in and sacrifice. Therefore, they come back to you in a way that people can realize that, hey, he made a difference and made me feel good.
Yes. Where can people get your book at? I love the title, Underrated. Where can we find it?
Well, Amazon. They have copies. And I do have some at home. If a person would just send me their address, and we can, make it happen. And I do plan to write another book because underrated. It started and ended in 1980.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, I have accomplished other things, and I need to include it within, what has happened in my life.
Yes.
Because I think it is historical,
Absolutely.
It's like Googling the first black quarterback from the Philadelphia Eagles. I still have a story to tell that might be helpful to some young man or a person that's going through some of the same things I went through.
Absolutely.
And,
Not only were you the first African-American quarterback, you also hold an office down in Elizabeth City. Tell our listening audience about that.
Playing for the Eagles, I went back and coached college football
Wow.
2 times in my career. And after then, in 2002, I ran for the city office, city council, won, and I've held that position since 2002.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still on city council in Elizabeth City.
Yeah.
I feel that at this time, that's the way I can serve and help people the most. Is do it through the city municipal government.
Yes. So, Mr. E, week 8, we want to talk about it with
That's
Mr.
right.
Johnnie Walton. What do you think about what's going on in the world of football?
When we look at the world of football, Mr. Johnnie Walton, we found on Thursday that the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Tennessee Titans. What do you think? But did you get an opportunity to see that game and talk about the quarterback that played that game?
We did not see that game, Mr. E, but I hear it was a good game.
Now,
and more black quarterbacks are being showcased.
Yes.
As it should have been in the past. Beginning the season, you have 32 teams, but 14 of those starters were black quarterbacks. And that's a big jump ahead of where it's been in the past.
Mm-hmm.
14 out of 32 is almost 50%.
That's right.
So that's a great number. And yesterday I saw a young man from the
Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, man, he kind of reminded me of myself.
In front of 69,715 people, right. Dobbs did a wonderful job. Yes. He brought it through. Would you have ran as much as Dobbs did, even in the end zone?
No, he has a special skill. The runners are from guys that's multi-talented.
Yeah.
And when I played, they weren't teaching they were telling the quarterback, you shouldn't run.
Yeah.
They were saying that because the white quarterback couldn't run.
Yeah, okay.
So, that made it the standard.
They made you a pocket quarterback.
That's it. They made me a pocket quarterback, which I did a good job at that because, I didn't have the speed like some of them guys like Pick and all those guys.
Who were some of your mentors? Was Johnny Unitas because you got a stance like Johnny Unitas when you throwing that pass? Was Johnny Unitas one of your mentors?
I guess he was the one that I looked up to most of all, because I did recognize his skills and guys was calling me Johnny, you were my friend. So,
Listen, let's go down to Baltimore. In front of 70,000, the Ravens demolished the Seahawks 37-3. What do you think about that game?
Well, they've always had good running games. And teams with good running games are used to teams that win because, they control the football. Now the Ravens, they've always had a good running team. And then when you put a quarterback in there like Lamar, you open up so many more things because they got to keep him inside the pocket. But by keeping him inside the pocket, they are allowing the running back a chance to find the holes that's within the defensive line. So they complement each other well.
Let's run to Germany. The team that you're going to play when y'all come off your bye. Kansas City Chiefs beat the Miami Dolphins
Mm.
21-14. What do you think about that, young man?
That's a good game. Good game. You know, you only one. Anytime you're only one player away, you've done a good job. And, you know, if Miami finds a way to make that one play worth, then go for a 2-point conversion, they win the football game.
Yes.
So it was a good game. And I still think the Chiefs is one of the teams to beat. That's going to
Absolutely.
be out there waiting for everybody else.
Yes. What do you think about the Commanders? The Commanders beat the Patriots, New England Patriots. Their season this year. What you think?
They are getting better.
I know it.
I went and watched the Eagle Commander game 2 weekends ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they played the Eagles just as hard as anybody.
Sure did.
You know.
But
the Eagles came out on top. They still they turned the ball over too much, and he's overthrowing people. You know, if he takes a little bit of that throw off of his pass, sometimes I think they'll be more effective. And you know, if you don't score, you can't win.
Well, you know, I think the Commanders won a team that's trying to rebuild. The coaches, get ready to get out. New England Patriots. They getting ready to kick the coach out. When they played against Commanders by 3 points, they won. But you know, when I look at the Commanders, and there's another team that lost 30-6. That's the Raiders beat the New York Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the New York Giants and the Commanders are still battling for last place. Even in our division, you know, they're still battling for last place. What's wrong with the Giants?
Well, the Giants, that's don't know, you know, and that's who you play next. So
that's right.
That'll help you all a lot.
That'd be an easy win for us.
Oh,
yeah.
You know,
if you don't put the pieces together, it's not going to fit in the puzzle. You know, they have some pieces they need to put together. And it doesn't happen overnight. You know, you have to have a good management. You have to have a good recruiting system. Make the right deals at the right time. It's like the Commanders got rid of one of their better players. He went for the 49ers, you know.
Wow.
Chase.
Yeah, Chase.
So, yeah.
Well, do you think?
You know, you're losing him, so how do you cover up? If he's one of your best players, you got to find somebody else that's going to come somewhere close by or better than he was to fill in that gap. So, you know, it takes a long time to put the pieces together. And when you put the pieces together, you better get the most out of it because there's another team around the corner that's trying to get to where you are.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to mention Buffalo Bills and the Bengals, 18-24. There was a young man. I don't know if you all saw it. He did a somersault right into a touchdown. Yeah. It was awesome. Mr. Simpson, I think number 89. Yeah. Mr. Simpson, it was absolutely wonderful. What do you think about Buffalo Bills this year?
It's 30 teams you know you can beat. I think the Bengals feel like they got their number, you know. When I played, we used to hate the Cowboys, and we still do. but certain teams, we just knew we could beat. You know, the Giants were one of them. Yeah, the Redskins are always a challenge, but the Cowboys was a challenge.
Yes.
So certain teams, when you see them on the roster, you kind of ink them in as a win, you know. That's something you should do. You got to take each one each week because everybody's professional. And it's according to how you prepare yourself. It's how well you do. The Cowboys prepare themselves for the Eagles. And the Eagles know that.
That's right.
So next time there won't be no surprise. So the next game is going to be harder than this one was.
It won't be 12 men, 11 men. Listen, tonight's game, your prediction, New York Jets and the Chargers.
Not a good game. When the Jets show up, it's hard for anybody to beat them. And I guess the Chargers, they're similar. They're similar teams. When their quarterback is high, he's high. So
we have about 60. We have about 60 seconds before we say bye-bye to you. Tell our listening audience your telephone number where they can contact you to get your book. And so then I can get you off the line and say, go back into the closet and we'll get you back out again.
Okay, sound like a winner. My number is 252-312-7878.
And we can get it on Amazon. Okay, go ahead.
252-312-7878.
And Amazon as well. We can get it on Amazon.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna go get my book. I tell you what, Mr. Johnny Walton, we are going to talk with you soon. Congratulations on a wonderful season, your team. And we thank you for all you do. You are a blessing. We'll talk to you soon.
You all are a blessing too.
And again, and thank you so much for being down at the rally.
Yes.
We didn't get an opportunity to talk about that. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming through for us.
God bless you.
I enjoy that. No one should be foolish.
Absolutely.
Everyone has a choice, and it shouldn't be somebody else's influence to make them do something that's not what they want to do.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And say hello to the First Lady.
Okay, you do the same. Be blessed, my friends.
God bless you.
Thank you. For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. And for more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861 or email us at FYIRadioshow@gmail.com. Don't forget to have a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and don't forget to go out and vote. Tomorrow is the day to vote. So vote now. So to the Lord.
Wow. What a wonderful, wonderful time with our friend, Mr. Johnny Walton. We want to thank him for being on, but also we do want to thank him for being a part of the rally, coming out, taking his time to talk with us and inspire us. I love his story. I'm going to get the book because, when you put work into something and effort, and, you really, it's not that you want people to pat you on the back necessarily, but you don't want your efforts to be skipped over or pushed aside like it was nothing when you have definitely done the work and put the work in, and you love what you do and you have the passion for what you do. So we want to congratulate him for being inducted in the African American Hall of Fame and for just being who he is, serving our community. And being a great guy. He's a friend of ours. He comes on quite often, and we're so happy about that, Mr. E.
I want to say good morning to Miss Roberta Carter, to Miss Annie Myers, and to Miss Annie Solario. We want to say good morning to you, and thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. Yeah.
I tell you what, oh my goodness. So it was a wonderful, wonderful day, sports talk. This evening, you all make sure you all join us, 6 p.m. Let me see what I didn't mention. Oh, let me mention this. Crystal Community. Get up. Come up here, Annie Bob. Come here. Look, Annie, we saying hello to Annie Bob. Annie Bob is
sitting right there behind you.
How you doing? It's so good to see you.
Thank you, girl.
This is my cousin, Miss Annie Bob. Anyway, thank you, Annie, for coming by.
Lady.
Oh, wow. It is good to see you. I'm going to make this announcement. Crystal Community Development Corporation, Young Women Achieving Success Mentoring Program. We're recruiting girls 10 to 17 years old. We started last Wednesday, 2024 season for our ladies. Please, if you have girls that need to be in this free program, we're in Chesapeake, Virginia on Wednesday evenings at 6 p.m. Make sure your girls out there. We're going to develop them as young leaders. We also, have this sisterhood going on where they learn how to get along with young ladies. They learn things that young ladies go through. We have other speakers and facilitators that come in and help them to, just work through some things that they go through as young ladies and things they need to know. So please, please, and please, we want you all to take advantage of this wonderful program. And so if you call 757-287-6792, you can get some information. Also, you can come on out and we have brochures and we'll answer your questions, and we would love to have you come. You can also email us at Cristo Community, that's CRISTO Community @cox.net.
Miss Annie says Miss Annie Miles has the best energy in the world.
I will always have. I'm telling you, and it's good to see you. It's good to see you all up here. Make sure you continue to follow us on our YouTube channel, all our channels, actually, all our platforms. And don't forget to join us this evening for our FYI After Dark. It's on 6 p.m. All social media platforms, you can find us there.
Miss Hinton, don't forget to let our listening audience know that we have 8 years.
Oh my goodness!
We
8 years. What's today's date?
Today is November the 6th.
Okay, in a couple of days, it'll be 8 years.
That's right.
And we're going to be celebrating. We're going to do a few giveaways. We're going to kind of like rewind to some of the shows that we've had in the past. And we want you all to just join us and be a part of this celebration. It's amazing. 8 years. It doesn't feel like it, Mr. E.
That's right.
But it has been 8 years that we've been doing this show. And we're just continuing to grow and learn more about what we can do and how we can make it a special show for our listeners and viewers.
Miss Hinton, that folks don't know, 8 years of going on 8 years, and every month there's 365 days in a year. There's 12 months in a year, and we on 12 times. We're on 15 times in a month. Yeah, we're on 15 times a month on 2 radio stations, on 4 radio stations.
Actually, yeah, we have added 2 FM
4 radio stations, and on the World Wide Web. What about that's amazing to continue to be on a radio station for 8 years and still have nothing but the best to help our community to rise above mere survival.
Absolutely. Mr. Mark Howard, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. You all are a blessing. We thank you for your support. I want to go through a few things before we get out of here. Like I said, tonight, FYI After Dark, we'll be on for a little bit at 6 p.m. on all social media platforms. Also, don't forget the Royal Ladies Pies. Listen, you can pre-order that pie now. Get ready for the holidays. And I'm very excited about it. Also, don't forget the game Bullvic. Go to www.Bullvic Academy. That's BULVIC Academy.com. You can get the game app, the new game app, Bullvic. You can also get the books, and the newest book is now there, Mr. E.
That's right.
Bullying is right underneath your nose. Have been up there in Audible. It's been in Spanish. It's been in English, hard copy, ebook. Now you can get the newest book, which is The Diary of a Former Bully. You can get it in the ebook. You can get it hard copy, and you can go in the stores and say, hey, I want that book, The Diary of a Former Bully. You'll be able to get that book. So you all don't forget those things. Mr. E, how can folk be a special guest, intern, or sponsor with FYI Radio Show?
Just before we do that, Miss Hinton, I just want to let folks know I was playing Bullvic last night.
Oh, you were?
I have 2 devices. I have Bullvic on 2 devices. When I got tired of playing with my Dale, my Apple, I turn around and play with my Android. So I play both games. I play one game on 2 devices. Listen, you got to go out and get it. If you like to be a special guest, our sponsor, you can give us a call at 757-714-7861. That's if you want to be a special guest or sponsor. If you want to come on there with us, you can do that. We'll just look at you and your resume or your information and see if it's fitting for the segment that we have. But we invite everybody to come on. We invite everybody to come on our radio, on our show, and it's live. That's right. We're live right here in the studio of WMVA and WGPL 1350 AM radio station. We invite you to come on. And for more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, or email us at FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com.
We would love to have you all. We are definitely filling up our calendars for the holidays. Of course, we're going to do some wonderful holiday programming. We're going to do holiday giveaways. Tips. We're going to do giveaways.
And order the pie.
And don't forget the pies. Don't forget the pies. You all got to do
order.
You please order. So I'm really excited. I have expanded my territory with now being licensed with the Department of Agriculture. So the pies can be out there. We eventually will be shipping pies.
That's right. That's right.
And so we want you all to please get your pie order in so we can just go ahead and get prepared for that launch and everything.
So our audience right now, Miss Hinton, there's 4 or 5 things that they can do. They can buy the books.
Yep.
That the diary of
a former
bully, and bullying is right underneath your nose.
Yep.
You can get it in Honorable, or you can get it in Spanish.
English.
You can get those books at those 2 things right there at where?
Those things you can get them online at www.bulvic.academy, BULVIC academy.com, or you can go wherever books are sold. You can go Barnes and Noble, anywhere where the books are sold, you can get that. But you can also, for your game, don't forget, you can go to your Apple store, apple.com for your iPad and your iPhone. And for your Android, you can go to your Google Play Store. You can get the game. But the books are anywhere books are sold. You can actually go in Barnes and Noble in them, Amazon, or anywhere, and get the books and everything. And hey, the pies.
And the pies.
You can order. You can actually inbox me, or I can send you our QR code. You can also call 757-470-0224, or you can email the Fabulous Ladies Pie at gmail.com.
Oh, by the way, I got to put this out there.
What's going on?
The holidays are right around the corner. And if you need someone to come and sing, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, will be available. All you have to do is give her a call at that telephone number, 757
287-6792. But the wonderful thing about it, there's a new single out. Oh my goodness, it's almost hot. It's hot on the press. It'll be out during the holidays. So look, if you want me to come and perform for you, you better give us a ring. 757-287-6792. The new single, Make It All Right. You're right on time.
And it's fabulous too. Don't forget.
Thank you.
And don't forget, we do host Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and I. We do come out to your special event. All you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. Again, that telephone number is 757-714-7861, or inbox us at FYIRadioshow@gmail.com.
Again,
live.
Yes.
FYIRadioshow
live at gmail.com. Also, thank you all again for the birthday wishes, gifts, and all that good stuff. It made me feel so good, so loved, and you all are just beautiful. Don't forget to join us this evening, 6 p.m. FYI After Dark. We're looking to see you there on all social media platforms.
That's right. We want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. And for more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WGPL 1350, WPCE 1400, WMVA 88.9, and Peace 95.3 on all social media platforms. And just in case you want to hear us on your cell phone all over the world, all you have to do is go to 1400 AM, 1350 AM, www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com. Click and listen live, and you can hear us all over the world.
I want to thank my cousin. Come back up here for coming in, saying hi. Say hi to everybody.
Hey guys.
Good to see you, Annie.
And don't y'all go nowhere and order them pies.
I tell you, get the pies.
Get the pies.
But anyway, thank you, Annie, for coming over. Thank you all that are on. Mark, Annie Salerio, Roberta Carter. Good to see you. Sheila Roberts, she should be up there. I'm sure she's looking. And all you all that are up here, thank you so much for being a part of what we do. You all are a blessing. We will see you this evening.
That's right.
6 p.m. on all social media platforms. Have a wonderful day.
2 up, 2 down, VA.
That cracks me up.